Unfiltered. Here I discuss news, politics, and whatever else I find interesting, along with my very colorful, unfiltered commentary. If you would like to follow me on social media, I am on X at Eric Not Sorry, and on Truth or Facebook at Eric Unfiltered Podcast. I hope you enjoy. Now let's get on with the show. How's everybody doing out there today? I hope you're doing well. As for me, per usual, I am caffeinated, medicated, and never regulated, so let's friggin' go! Recently, I brought to you a story out of Bethany, Connecticut about allegations of the first selectman knowing about alleged sexual abuse of children and rumored to have done nothing about it after a scathing independent report was released. Well, as the title of the episode says, I have an update. I will be reading an article. I found it on, I believe, fox61news.com. Let me double check here. Yes, fox61.com. And this article was written by Kay Pettifote. Sorry, Kay, if I said your last name wrong. I sincerely apologize. But the headline reads, Bethany first select woman to step down after report released on former Parks and Rec employee. Isn't that lovely news? I don't think it goes far enough, but it's a start. All right, I will continue. First select woman, Paula Cofrancesco, allegedly knew the nature of the reports but kept Anthony Mastrangelo employed part-time for the town. Bethany's first select woman announced she will be resigning just days after the report was released on an investigation into allegations of sexual abuse made against a former Parks and Recreation employee for the town. At a budget meeting on Monday, unrelated to the report, first select woman Paula Confrancesco announced she will be resigning effective June 6th. As soon as Cofrancesco read her letter that she will be given to the clerk Tuesday, the crowd erupted in a cheer. People hoping for her resignation said her handling of the accusations was seriously flawed. Below is Cofrancesco's letter to the town clerk. I shall read that for you once I zoom in so I can read. All right, it says, before we call the annual... Now, sorry, what I'm about to read, this is Paula's letter. Okay. Before we call the annual town meeting tonight, I would like to read a letter I will be filing with the town clerk's office tomorrow morning. Dear town clerk, I am writing to inform you of my decision to resign from my position as Bethany First Select Woman, effective the close of business June 6th, 2025. It has been a great honor and privilege to serve the town I love, and I am grateful for the opportunity to have made a contribution. I have always acted in the best interests of the town of Bethany, and while I disagree with the findings of the recent report as to my conduct, I recognize that my continuing as First Select Woman will be a distraction to the important business that needs to be done. I appreciate the support and cooperation I have received from everyone during my time here, and I hope the town of Bethany and all of its residents can begin the process of healing. Sincerely, Paula Confrancesco. Okay, continuing on. The 200-page report released, actually it was over 200 pages, released last week details the town's mishandling of numerous sexual abuse claims against former town Parks and Recreation employee Anthony Mastrangelo. I know I'm butchering his last name, and I don't really care. If you diddle kids, I don't care. Those claims were made by the families of 5 children between 2022 and 2024. Mastrangelo was fired, but it wasn't until a year after those first claims were made, and he was arrested on several counts of sexual misconduct and abuse involving minors. Most noticeably, the report that Confrancesco knew the nature of those reports, but kept Mastrangelo employed part-time for the town. Quote, the report came out from Pullman and Comley last Thursday, which flat out states that First Select Woman had knowledge of the allegations and had ample time to do something to protect the community, and she did nothing. End quote. Said Amy Litinsky, a parent. I know I quoted her in the first article that I read. All right, both the Republican and Democratic town committees previously called for Confrancesco to resign. In the statement on Facebook, Democratic Town Committee Chair Amy Rushlow said, quote, her ineptitude, malfeasance, and gross neglect have no place in Bethany, end quote. I certainly could not agree more. The remaining 2 board members will have a meeting to appoint the next selectman. The next appointment will take place after June 6th when Confrancesco formally steps down. Well, that's a start. Thank you, Kay, for writing that. Let me see if I can butcher her last name again. I'm sorry. Damn it, I closed it. It disappeared. Sorry. But thank you for that article. And I know Fox 61 is not the only one that is covering the story. I know Connecticut 30, NBC 30, Connecticut has covered it, and Channel 3, WFSB, as well as Reese on the radio on TSC 1080 in the afternoons. And, of course, myself. But I appreciate all the actual legwork from real journos, so I can just, read their work and discuss it. So, but that is a start. Paula stepping down is a start. I would love to see a formal investigation into her ass, because if she knew that there were allegations of 5 children being diddled by this piece of garbage, and she did nothing about it, especially in my first episode from the article I read, she knew this individual. Knew him. Like a family friend kind of thing, and did nothing. She deserves to go to prison just like him. Aiding and abetting or something? I mean, you know about somebody, even allegations of some kind of misconduct, whether it was with a child or another adult, you immediately do what? You may not terminate, but you immediately suspend. Maybe put them on leave, whether it's paid or unpaid, and you investigate the shit, right? Whether it's your buddy, whether it's your legit brother, or somebody you don't even know. When allegations come up like that, you dig. You want to get to the bottom of it. And yes, of course, people have made false accusations in the past. That's why you need to, do something. And if the allegations were found to be fraudulent, made up because somebody had a personal vendetta, okay, then that's what you find. But if you investigate and you find there's a lot of smoke here, and you're starting to feel the heat off of it, okay, you need to do something. Report the individual to the proper authorities. But apparently, no investigation was done. So, complicit? This bitch belongs in jail. If it is found out that she knew about these allegations and genuinely did nothing, put her ass in jail. Why, as I asked in the previous episode and many others, why are adults protecting other adults when allegations are made that they are diddling kids or tickling kids? What the fuck? What is wrong with you? Now, obviously, the disturbed person that gets gratification from doing shit with kids, there's no fixing that. There is no fixing that. There is no pill. There's nothing. You can't fix it. But when you are protecting someone like that, what is wrong with you? Anybody that defends or protects a pedo, they belong to be shoved in the same cell together. Under the prison, in fact, because that is inexcusable. I don't know who is worse, the person doing the act or the person that knows the act is going on, or at least has heard that there's allegations of the act going on and then doesn't do anything about it. So, like I said, I wanted to give y'all a quick update. Again, thank you, Fox 61. Like I said, got to give credit where credit's due, for having that article. And, yeah, so she's stepping down. And I hope that's just the beginning. Because her stepping down and walking away in disgrace, yeah, that's a start, but that's not good enough. If she knew that this guy had allegations of harming children and did nothing about it, she belongs behind bars. Put her on cuffs, put her in cuffs, perp walk her ass. Don't cover her face up. Oh, no. Oh, hell no. Lady, if you knew that this was going on, you better hang your head high, because that is something you're supposed to. You should be proud of that. If you did this, if you genuinely knew that there was allegations, you shouldn't hang your head in shame. Hang your head high and proud, because you did it. You willingly did it. You piece of shit. All right, I'm done. Again, if there will be future updates with the story, you bet your sweet ass I will be back here talking about it, because pedophiles, they don't deserve nothing, especially their defenders. So thank you for tuning in. If you like this episode, you know the normal. Give it a share and all that crap. And until next time, keep being you.